Hi everyone, how are you? I hope all of you are doing really good. So there is one particular illustration in the ICAI module, labor costing. In the subject of cost accounting, labor costing chapter, there is illustration number 4 which has been troubling a lot of students. That sir, what is to be taken? That is regarding the overtime. Sir, how much hours to be taken in the overtime, whether to be taken in extra hours, whether to be taken in the overtime hours, what should be done? So I decided that let me share with you a video from one of my batches where I have discussed all the possible scenarios that how you can deal with that particular illustration. There is one small thing only, change that small thing, you will get a different answer for that, right? So this is the video regarding that. So please do watch the video till the end because that question is really important and some part of that question can be asked, and how that question can be asked differently in the examination, that is what I have discussed, all the possible scenarios for that particular question. So please watch the video till the end. And one very important thing, do not keep this special and important information to yourself also. Just share it with your friends, like the video, share with each and everyone, all your friends, because they might also be facing the similar issue that you are facing. So their problem will also get solved and they will give you a lot of blessings, right? So guys, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and like the video, watch the video till the end, right? So let's start with illustration number 4 now. Come back to labor costing. This discussion we will do it at the end now. Mark it as very important question. Now, before we do this question, what is the condition of Factories Act? This is very important to understand. What is the condition of Factories Act and how ICAI has been treating it? I'll tell you the whole story, whole chronology. The Factories Act says that you have to pay overtime to the worker if the worker works for one second guys, one second. Wait for a minute. Right. So the Factories Act says that you have to pay overtime to the worker if the worker works for more than 9 hours in a day or for more than 48 hours in a week. So this or is very important, sir. The Factories Act says that you should be paying the overtime if any of the condition is getting satisfied. If he is not working for more than 9 hours in any day, but he is working for more than 48 hours in a day, one of the condition gets satisfied, you will pay the overtime beyond the normal working hours. Right, beyond the normal working hours, that will be considered as a overtime. Whatever is beyond 48 hours, you will take it as overtime, and the overtime will be paid at double the normal rate. It will be paid at double the normal rate. Right, this is what the Factories Act says. This question number, this illustration number 4 in the earlier modules, right? Earlier module means I am talking about 3-4 attempts back. That question was solved by this methodology. Then comes another scenario. Another scenario says there was a question which was given by ICAI and in one of the RTPs, I think, and then the same thing they applied in illustration number 4 also. What is that? Instead of this or, they started taking and. Right? It was clearly mentioned in one of the questions that both the conditions should be satisfied. He should be working for more than 9 hours and he should be working for more than 48 hours. Only then, if both the conditions are getting satisfied, only then you will pay the overtime, and overtime is to be paid at double the normal rate. That was the same condition. Right? Illustration number 4. This was solved by this and condition. Whereas the question says that you should be solving it by or. Factories Act says or, whereas the question says solve it by Factories Act, but they are providing the solution by and. That was a problem. Now third scenario. which is now there in the module. The third scenario is they deleted this 48 hours. They say solve the question by just considering one condition, 9 hours per day. Come to illustration number 4 now. Equivalent hours तो चलो आएंगे अब अतुल उस पे. Let's see illustration number 4. It is seen from the job card for the repair of the customer equipment that a total of 154 labor hours have been put in as detailed below. So there are 3 workers who are working. Worker A is paid rupees 200 per day for 8 hours. Worker B is paid 100 rupees per day of 8 hours and C is paid 300 rupees for 8 hours. And this is the number of hours per day which is given on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. What is the number of hours being spent by individual workers, right? So this is what is given to you. Next it says, in the terms of an award in employee conciliation, the workers are to be paid dearness allowance on the basis of cost of living index figures relating to each month, which works out to 968 for the relevant month. That based on some cost of living, we have to calculate the DA. That is a simple part we'll take up later on. The dearness allowance is payable to all the workers irrespective of the wage rate if they are present or on leave with the wages on all the working days, right? That DA is payable to all the workers irrespective of any leaves or anything. You have to pay DA. Each worker has to work for 8 hours on the weekdays. Saturday and Sunday will be weekly or holiday. However, the worker may work on Saturday due to the exigency of the work for 4 hours, though the full payment of 8 hours will be made with no other payment. So if the worker is working for Saturdays, right, otherwise Saturday, Sunday is a holiday they say, but on Saturday the worker can work for 4 hours, we will pay him for 8 hours, right? The worker will work for 4 hours, but we will pay for 8 hours. Overtime is paid the twice of ordinary wage rate if the worker works for more than 9 hours in a day. Now see how beautifully the institute has twisted the line here. The institute has eliminated the 48 hours condition. He says in the question itself it is mentioned, do not see 48 hours condition. What you have to see, if the worker is working for more than 9 hours in a particular day, that is more than enough. अंकित क्या प्रॉब्लम है भाई? मजे करने आए हो तो चले जाओ यहां से, ठीक है ना? लेट एटलीस्ट द सीरियस स्टूडेंट स्टडी. See, this is the third scenario now, which the institute has created. Excluding holidays, the total number of hours works out to 176 in the relevant month. The company's contribution to Provident Fund and ESI premium are absorbed into overheads, not relevant for us. Calculate the wages payable to each worker. Now, please tell me first if you have any question related to this particular 2 scenarios. Then I'll tell you, first we will solve it by the condition which is now given in the module. Then I will tell you what if there is or what if there is and. How to solve it. That's it. भैया तुम्हें मजे लेने हैं ना, चलो टाटा बाय बाय करो. तुम टाटा बाय बाय करो. बदतमीजी करने यहाँ पे आए हो, बदतमीजी हम सहन करेंगे नहीं. जाओ. One second. Ramya, if this is not given like 9 hours, then we need to take the like and condition. See Ramya, if something will be mentioned, if it is mentioned 9 hours or 48 hours, or it will be mentioned 9 hours and 48 hours, or it will be mentioned as per the Factories Act, or like this if it is mentioned that only 9 hours, or they might also give you in the examination only 48 hours, they might not give you even 9 hours. They say if he is working for more than 48 hours, then that will be a different scenario, but that the possibility of that is quite less. Let's do the solution now. Chalo, let's do it. So for worker A, first thing we need to find out is what is the total number of hours in a particular week for which worker A is working, right? he is working for 10.5, 8, 10.5, 9.5 and 10.5. So I'll write here 10.5, 8, 10.5, 9.5, 10.5 and nothing. Clear? Now let's talk about Monday. In case of Monday, the normal working hours of factory, normal hours of factory. What are the normal hours of factory? That is 8 hours, right? Now he is total working for 10.5 hours. He is total working for 10.5 hours. He says out of this 8 hours is what? 8 hours is normal. So that means for the remaining 2.5 hours he should be given overtime. For the remaining 2.5 hours he should be given overtime, but the question says you will give overtime if he is working for beyond 9 hours. So that means 1 hour he is taking as extra, right, for which you will pay him the normal wage rate only. Normal wage rate only. Here for this also you are paying the normal wage rate, right? And for this 1 hour, why this 1 hour has been provided? Because the question says that the overtime is to be paid only if it is beyond 9 hours. So up till 9 hours you have to pay the normal wage rate. 8 hours is the normal working time of the factory. 1 hour extra as per the question provided. For the remaining 1.5 hours he will be paid overtime, right, at double the rate. At double the rate, right? So that is what is taken here. 8 hours, 1 hour extra for which the normal wages will be paid. Overtime hours is 1.5. Now the next step, very important, which they have done is the equivalent normal hours for the overtimes worked. What they have done, he says it is difficult to manage the overtime hours, right? It will be managed to it will be difficult to manage overtime separately, normal wage rate separately. He says let's do one thing, convert overtimes into normal time. How sir? He says let's say you are earning a normal wage rate of 100 rupees, right? So what will be the overtime normal wage rate per hour, and what is the overtime per hour? That is double the rate, that is 2 into 100, 200 rupees. Clear? This is per hour for 1 hour. Now we say if you want to earn this 200 rupees from this normal wages only, how many hours will be required? Right? How many hours will be required? That is 2 hours will be required. So the equation from here is that 1 overtime hour, the earnings which you are making in 1 overtime hour, that is 200, this 200, the same earnings you can make in 2 normal hours, right? So 1 overtime is equal to 2 normal hours. That is how this has been converted, multiplied by 2. 1.5 multiplied by 2, 3 normal hours. The amount that you are going to earn in 1.5 overtime hours, the same amount you can earn in 3 normal hours, right? So total normal hours is 8 plus 1 plus 3, 12 normal hours. First tell me up till this point if it is clear. This point, the conversion into equivalent normal hours, is it clear? Preeti, that is maybe the few months old module, because this file I have picked it from the institute website yesterday only. Yesterday before the class only I picked up this PDF from the website. So this is what is there. Even this point, 9 hours today, I just read it before the class. In my mind also it was like or will be mentioned, so I have to take it up accordingly. But when I read it just before the class, that okay, I'll read the question, so the condition was not there. Great, very good. Let's move ahead now. So similarly for Tuesday, if he is working for 8 hours, so simply the normal hours will be 8. For Wednesday, it will be same as Monday, right? 8 plus 1 plus 1.5 multiplied by 2, that will be the normal hours. So total 12 normal hours. Thursday 9.5, 8 hours is the normal, 1 hour is as provided by extra hours question plus 0.5 overtime. Clear? Multiplied by 2, that will give you the equivalent number of hours, and this is again same as Monday multiplied by 2, that is simple. So 54 is what? 54 is your total equivalent normal hours. Total equivalent normal hours. Sir, can we do it separately? Means I don't want to convert overtime into equivalent hours. I just want to take the overtime as such. Sir, you can take it, but why to waste your time? You can take it, but then the calculations will be very complicated, right? Now coming to worker B. Now worker B is very simple. He is working for every day. He is working for 8 hours. Simple. He is working for 8 hours, sir. So there is no funda here. 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours. Saturday they have divided 4 plus 4. Actually he is working for 4 hours, but he is being paid for 8 hours. So 4 plus 4 extra hours, that is, or you can write here 8 also. That is absolutely fine, right? So 48 equivalent hours, that is absolutely simple. Worker B is simple. The only complication will come in case of worker C. Now, worker C here. Worker C here is working for 10.5 hours. He is working here for 8 hours. On Wednesday is working for 10.5, on Thursday 9.5, on Friday again 10.5, and on Saturday I think he is working for 4 hours or 8 hours? 8 hours. Okay. 8 hours. Clear? Now up till this point though, it is same as for worker A. No issues, absolutely same as for worker A. But in case of Saturday here now, they have taken 8 normal hours, absolutely fine as per the question. Why? Because he is not working for more than 9 hours, then the condition is not applicable, overtime is not applicable, right? It is clearly mentioned in the question that overtime is payable only and only if the worker is working beyond 9 hours, right? He is working for 8 hours. Or he is working for 4 hours, only the payment equivalent to that is to be paid, na? He is working for those many hours only, na sir? Okay, so we'll pay him the normal hours, so 62 equivalent hours, total equivalent hours. Any doubts in this thing? Tell me, worker C, is it fine? Absolutely fine. Tell me if it is clear. I'll take up worker C again. No, it is not overtime. Kathiravan, it is not overtime, na? Is it written in overtime? It is just the extra hours which are to be paid at normal rate. It is not an overtime, na? He is not working for more than 9 hours. Overtime is to be payable, overtime is to be paid only if he is working for more than 9 hours. He is not working for more than 9 hours. Clear? All the 3 workers clear? So this is what institute has done, is they have simplified this question. They have simplified it. Very good on the part of institute. Commendable. They have now clarified the things. I know many of you will be having the module in which this condition will be different. Many of you will be having a module in which the condition will be 9 hours or 48 hours in a week. Because this is a recent change, I guess, that they have done. Hari, you can do it. In that case, the calculations will be little bit difficult. Complicated, not difficult, complicated will be there. Overtime to be calculated at double the rate and all those things separately. You can do it if you wish to, but the best way of doing it is convert it into the equivalent number of hours. The best way is that. Right? Okay. Now let's move ahead. So what is the requirement now? Now is simple. Basic wages. He wants to calculate the total wages of the worker. Basic wages per hour. For A, it is he is being paid at 200 rupees for 8 hours. So 200 divided by 8. B is being paid at 100 rupees for 8 hours and C is being paid at 300 rupees for 8 hours. Right? You can write, AK, you can write. For worker C also you can write it as just as the worker B. No issues. You can write it like that. Absolutely fine. Wait. Atul, I am coming to that point. Don't worry. Joydev, where were you? Late. Ramya, just do a single presentation. That is not going to make any difference. Right? That is like, you know, the institute doing the fun with you guys. That's it. Just to confuse you. There is no difference in the treatment of Saturday for B and C. It is absolutely same. There is no difference. See, Saturday they are not working for more than 9 hours. So simply we have taken it 8 hours. Whether you take it 4 plus 4 or whether you take it simply 8 in the normal hours, one and the same thing. It is not going to make a difference. Right? It is not going to make a difference, sir. Absolutely no difference. It's okay, Joydev. Join in from right now. Clear? So the next part, the total wages is basic wages. It is given DNS allowance. He says it is to be based on the cost of living index, which turns out to be 968 for the relevant month, and it is to be paid irrespective of anything for all the number of hours. Whether the worker is working, whether the worker is not working, it is to be paid. So can you tell me what will be the DA per hour? The total number of hours is 176. So DA per hour, DNS allowance per hour will be 968. That comes to 5.5. Clear? So this is what the 5.5 they have taken a total hourly rate divided by multiplied by the total normal hours total wages payable. Now this part is clear now. This is a very simple part. They are asking for the total wages payable to 3 workers. So we have calculated what is the hourly wages that is payable multiplied by the total number of working hours that is payable. Right? So that is a simple part. So this is a very simple part. Now coming to the conditions. Sir, in case basic wages, Divya, see here in the question it is given now that he is being paid 200 for 8 hours. So what will be the basic wages per hour? 200 divided by 8. C is getting 100 per day of 8 hours. If he is working for 8 hours in a day, he is being paid 100 rupees. So what will be the wages per hour? 100 divided by 8. For C, 300 divided by 8. Clear? Clear? Now coming to the condition. Sir, if the condition says, let's talk about the worker C only. If the condition says 9 hours and 48 hours that means both the conditions need to be satisfied. Thank you, dear. Thank you. All the best for your preparation. The CMA students, thank you so much. Now, both the conditions need to be satisfied. And CMA students also, please keep on sharing with your friends in groups, WhatsApp, Telegram, wherever you can. Please do recommend, because that's how more and more people will get to know. Now, what will be the scenario, sir? Both the conditions need to be satisfied. Let's take this up. I'll rub this 8 now. I'll write a 4 here. 4 hours is the normal hours, right? Now the remaining 4 hours, whether here I'll take 44. The remaining 4 hours, whether I should be taking in extra hours or whether I should be taking in overtime. Tell me. I'm talking about this condition now. CMA students, see, if they want to join, they can, but this is the CA module basically which we are taking up right now, right? If the CMA student wants to do it, they can join. Definitely they will get benefited. The concepts, everything is same, but that's totally their choice. So my question to all of you, what should I do, whether in extra hours or whether in overtime? AK says extra hours. Okay. Anyone else? Normal. Okay. Rest of the people. Whether I should take the remaining 4 in extra hours or overtime hours? Please let me know what I should be doing. Only 2 people have replied. Rest of the people sleeping. Normal. Pritam says overtime. Okay. Extra. Okay. Extra. Extra, अतिरिक्त घंटे, extra, overtime if and is included, extra. See, most of you are correct. We will be taking, Preeti, the question is very simple. I am saying what is the condition? The first condition we have done is only 9 hours condition, right? If he is working for more than 9 hours, then we will pay overtime. Now I am adding another condition in it. The condition is that if the condition now to be taken for overtime is 9 hours and 48 hours. If this is the condition that is given to you in the question, that if the worker is working for more than 9 hours and 48 hours in a week, then you have to pay overtime. So my question is, in case of worker C and Saturday, what will you do? He is working for 4 hours, that is the normal hours, right? The remaining 4 hours, because you have to pay him for 8 hours. You have to pay him for 8 hours. The remaining 4 hours, whether it should be extra or whether it should be overtime. It should be extra hours. Why it should be extra hours? The reason is very simple. When this is and, you have to see that both the conditions are getting satisfied. Here 9 hours condition is not getting satisfied, right? That is why we will take 4 as normal hours and 4 as extra hours, for which the normal wage rate will be paid. No overtime will be paid. No, it is not to be taken as overtime. Is the condition of 9 hours getting satisfied here? He is getting the wages for 8 hours only, equivalent 8 hours only. He is not working for more than 9 hours. And when it is the and here, you have to see both the conditions getting satisfied at the same time. You have to see both the conditions getting satisfied at the same time. So we cannot pay him overtime, although the 48 hours condition was getting satisfied. But you have to say, the question says both the conditions should get satisfied, 9 hours and 48 hours. Clear? First let me know this. Let me know this if it is clear. Quickly, then I will move on to the next condition. This is one of the conditions, 9 hours and 48 hours. Clear? Great. Srishti, if had it been 9 hours na, then also the situation would have remained same here. And Saturday he will not be working for 9 hours. Anyhow the question is given, he will be working for 4 hours only. So the 9 hour situation is not there. Had it been there, then you should have taken 5 hours here, because the overtime is to be paid beyond 9 hours. Right? The overtime is to be paid beyond 9 hours. So in the extra hours you should have you will take 5 hours then in that case. Now next condition, let me put you guys to the test again. Sir, the next condition, now the third scenario is 9 hours or 48 hours in a week, or 48 hours. Now tell me whether I should be taking this for the remaining 4 hours for which we have to pay, right? Correct. Now tell me 9 hours or 48 hours. Now tell me where we should be taking the 4 remaining hours. Akshata, that is just presentation. That is why I have already told that you can take 4 plus 4 here, or you can take simply 8 here, right? So that is totally the presentational part. In case of worker C, you can take 4 plus 4 here. Absolutely correct. No issues. That is just the presentation matter that institute has made. There is no logic behind it, right? Take it 4 plus 4 for C also. Now coming to my condition, please let me know the remaining 4 hours which I have to pay for worker C, whether I should be taking it as extra hours or whether I should be taking it as overtime. Tell me for this condition, for this 9 hours or 48 hours. Extra, okay. Overtime. Divya says extra, Ramya says overtime. Remaining people. अतुल, ये तुक्का मारा है क्या सर? इस बार ओवरटाइम होगा. पिछली बार ओवरटाइम कहा था तो एक्स्ट्रा निकल आया, तो इस बार तो ओवरटाइम ही होगा. प्रीति सेज ओवरटाइम, AK सेज एक्स्ट्रा. AK has deleted the message. Seems like he's still confused. Extra. Siddharth says overtime. Drishti says overtime. Anita says extra. Srishti says extra. AK says extra. Arey, so there are lot of people saying extra. Only 2-3 people saying overtime. नहीं है, 5 people. 50-50 है ना? 50-50. So you people are getting me confused now. What I should do? Okay, Preeti says extra. Now more people are in favor of extra. That means I should be going for extra now, है ना? More people in favor of extra, so I should be going for extra. But all these people who are saying extra are absolutely wrong. So now the 4 hours will be my overtime hours. Now the 4 will be overtime hours. See the condition very beautifully, carefully. Sir, 9 hours or 48 hours. Let's say you people are saying that sir, take it as extra. I take it as extra. I'll go with you guys, right? And here it will be 8 hours. 9 hours condition is not here, right? 9 hours condition, don't have to worry. But here if you see, here it is 52 hours. So if beyond 48 hours, you are not going to pay him overtime, that means you are violating the condition, right? Because you are violating the condition. If you are not paying him, if you take it as extra hours, here it will come to 52 hours in a week, and you are not paying him overtime. Sir, you are violating the condition. You will get jailed for this, isn't it? So that is why here when it is 9 hours or 48 hours, even if one of the condition is getting satisfied na, you have to take overtime. So here this condition is getting satisfied. So what we are going to take is, we are going to take 4 here. So here it is 48 hours. We are not violating it. and here it will be 9 hours overtime multiplied by 2, here extra will be 18, right? And accordingly here it will be 70. Now tell me, correct Atul, correct. Now tell me, how's the feeling after this question? How's the Josh? After this question, how's the Josh? So we have spent almost 40 minutes on this question. I told you, complete lecture this one question will take, because this is a very interesting question, very important question, and this is a confusing question. Now clear na Srishti? Very good. I know that is the confusion, and if the confusion retains, then it will be difficult. Okay. I'll repeat it again, don't worry. I'll repeat it again. So, listen to it very carefully. Now, if you people say, I'm again repeating it, coming back to it. You people say, sir, take it as extra and not overtime. Okay, I'll take it as extra. Now, what is the total here? 44 plus 8. Right? This is 8, na, total 8. 52 hours. Sir, the question says, if any one of the condition is satisfied, 9 hours or 48 hours, you have to pay overtime. Here, up till 52 hours also, you are not paying him overtime, sir. He is already crossed 48 hours. So, why you are not paying overtime, sir? Right? So, that is why here you cannot take this as 4, because then you are violating the condition. Here you have to take it as overtime and not at this, because here 48 hours are completed, sir. 48 hours are already completed. Yes, this question takes overtime to understand. That's true. And the extra energy, the overtime energy of the mind also this question takes. You know, in one of the earlier batches in I think 2021, I guess, I took a live batch at that point of time also on the app. No, it was 21. In October 21, I took a live batch similar to this on the app. I took it. There one student said this question we were doing, and just after the completion, there also we took good 50 minutes for this question, and after that the students were like, sir, we do not have the energy left for the next question. Please, even if it is one question, we are happy with it. We do not have the energy left. And at that particular point, there were only 2 scenarios. Now, in this question, there are 3 scenarios. The students were like, sir, we are totally exhausted. Our overtime energy has been totally exhausted. Please, no more questions. Okay, so please tell me if it is absolutely clear. All the scenarios, because this question can come in the examination in any of the forms, right? It is not necessary that they will work for all the workers. They can give you just one worker, right? 66 or whatever it is, you can just take it. 66 honge, right. Sorry. 4 into 2, 8. Correct. Oh, I multiplied, right. Right. Here it will be 12. Total will be 66. Correct. Pritam, thank you for correction. Now clear. Very good. Everyone, first, come on, quickly tell me if it is clear. Right, clear. If it is clear, right, clear, sir. Absolutely clear. Clear. Very good. Because these 3 scenarios are very important. Akshata, because it is given in the question that DNS allowance is to be paid to all the workers, irrespective they are working or not, irrespective there are holidays or not. So the total number of hours, 154 is that is allocated to the various jobs. The total number of hours is 176. So that is why the DA has been calculated on 176 hours. Practice though, definitely, practice is the key. Practice is the key. Practice will be required. Just go through with this question again in the dreams, right after this lecture, then in the dreams, then in the morning, go through all these conditions again. Still, if you have any doubt, we will again clarify tomorrow. Okay, so all of you are done with the clarification. Let's move on to the next question. So you have the energy now. How's the Josh? How's the Josh? Energy left for the next question? Let's do it. Quickly tell me, how's the Josh for the next illustration after this wonderful illustration number 4? Let's do it. Okay. Great. Illustration number 5. In a factory, the basic wage rate is rupees 100 per hour and the overtime rates are as follows. So under the normal, this is easy one. Illustration number 5, Divya, is comparatively an easier one. So we'll take it, right? Then small questions will be taken up tomorrow. Halsey Owen plan, those are small questions. The basic wage rate, if the worker is working under the normal circumstances, right? If the factory normal time is 8 hours, if he is working for 8 hours, he will get 100 rupees in the pocket and tata bye bye, that's it, right? And if he is doing overtime, then how they are being paid? Before and after the normal working hours, he is being paid at 175% of the basic wage rate, right? So let's say there is a worker A. Normal working hours. What are the normal working hours? The normal working hours, let's say, is 8 hours in a particular day. From Monday to Friday, 8 hours. Now this is a worker A. He is a very hard working worker, right? Very dedicated. He is like, I will work more. So he is working for, let's say he is working for 10 hours, right? So he says, if he is going to work for 10 hours now, what will the payment that you will make to him? You will make the payment at 175% of 100 rupees. That is, you will pay him 175 rupees, right? What is the wage rate before and after the normal working hours? That is 175% of the basic wage rate. Now, what does it mean here? Sir, if you divide this 175 in this, he is getting 100 rupees, which is the normal wage rate, which is the wage rate that he will be getting under the normal circumstances also. And the remaining 75 rupees, is the overtime premium that he will be getting, right? So this is how 175% has been done. 175 rupees, the complete 175 is not the overtime. 175 is the total payment per hour that you will be making to the worker. In that, 100 rupees is the basic wage rate that you have to pay him, right? That is the payment that he will be getting under any circumstances. What is the overtime for extra 2 hours? Per hour overtime will be 75 rupees only. Similarly, for Sundays and holidays, he is being paid 225% of the basic wage rate. That means he will be paid 225. Out of that, 100 rupees will be the normal wage rate and 125 will be the overtime premium that he will be getting. Clear? During the previous year, the following hours were worked. Normal time 1 lakh hours, overtime before and after the working hours 20,000. Overtime, Sundays and holidays 5,000 and total 1,25,000 hours. The following hours have been worked on job Z. Normal 1,000, before and after 100, Sundays and holidays 25. So this is a particular job, right? You are required to calculate the labor cost that is chargeable to job Z and the overhead in each of the following instances where the overtime is worked regularly throughout the year as a general policy due to the workers' shortage. What will you do in that case? Sir, if you are doing an overtime, as I told you in the yesterday's lecture also, that sir, how to treat overtime, that will depend upon the reason of overtime, that why you have done that overtime. It is dependent upon that. Now, it is one of the reasons here that overtime is worked regularly throughout the year as a policy. Matlab, throughout the year there is pressure, right? So we will take it throughout the year. In this case, what will you do? Sir, whatever is the overtime cost, you will charge, overtime cost, you will charge from all your customers, right? Sir, what about the normal wage rate? So normal wage rate also we will charge it from all customers. Overtime also we will charge it from all customers. I said absolutely correct, right? So that means we will calculate a single rate, right? We will calculate what we call it as inflated wage rate. We call it as inflated wage rate. What is inflated wage rate, sir? Inflated wage rate is normal wage rate plus overtime premium divided by normal hours plus overtime hours. Sir, this is to be charged from all the customer. This is to be charged from all the customer. So why not combine them? Let them hug each other, right? Let them combine and be on the one journey. That is what is known as inflated wage rate, right? So here the normal wage rate plus overtime wage rate, that is what is calculated here. See, computation of average inflated wage rate. Normal wage rate is what? Annual wages for the previous year. 1 lakh hours into 100. This is the normal wage rate. Plus this 20,000 hours, you are paying the extra wage rate, right? 175. Wages for overtime on Sunday and holidays, 5,000 into 225. So total wages 1 crore 46 lakh for how many hours? For 1 lakh 25 hours. Right? So from this data which is given, we have calculated a single rate, an inflated wage rate of 117. Now we have to give that how we are going to charge this cost to this particular Z. What is the number of hours for this particular Z? 1125. So 1125 multiplied by 117. This is the total cost that is chargeable to this particular job under the inflated wage rate. Yes. Correct. In that example, Kathiravan, correct. Please tell me if it is clear. Inflated wage rate part, if it is clear. Is it clear? Quickly. Come on, guys. Clear. Okay, now this is the first part. Second part is when overtime is worked irregularly to meet the requirements of production. So it is not a general feature, but at some times, maybe due to the extra order or maybe due to some other reason, to meet the requirements of the production so that you are able to provide the goods on time to your people, right? Then you are going for the overtime. In that case, what is to be done is normal wage rate, whatever the normal wages you are paying, that is a part of your labor cost, right? And whatever is the overtime that you are paying, that is a part of your factory overheads, right? That is a part of your factory overheads. This is the treatment. Now the normal wages, sir, how will you charge it? What are the normal this wages? 100 rupees. Now for this, all these hours, for 1125 hours, you will pay him the normal wages. So what will be the labor cost here? The labor cost will be 1125 multiplied by 100 rupees. So this is the normal wages being paid for all the hours, right? That is 1,12,500. Now, how will you calculate overtime? Sir, overtime is applicable only on these 100 hours and 25 hours. Clear? How will you charge overtime? Sir, 100 hours at the rate of what? At the rate of 175 or what? Tell me. And the remaining 25 hours, what will be the rate at which I will be charging the overtime here? Tell me the rate quickly. For 100 hours also and for 25 hours also, what will be the rate here we will be charging? 175 and 225. I am saying 175 and 225. What's your take on that? I want to know that. Whether I am correct or not, please tell me. According to me, it should be 175 and 225. 75 and 125. AK says 75 and 125. Kadiravan also says 100 hours at the rate of 75. Okay. So you people mean to say that I am wrong? Interesting. Rest of the people, where are you guys? Come on. 25 hours at the rate 125. Anita says 75 and 125. Great. Correct. You people are absolutely correct. That is why I explained at the very beginning that out of this 175, 100 is the normal wage rate. Overtime is only 75 rupees. So here the overtime will be only 75 rupees, right? That is 7500, and here it will be 125 rupees. Clear? That will be 3125. So this will be the total wages, 123, 125. This will be your factory overheads, and this is your labor cost. Great. Well done guys, well done. Next one, the last one, when the overtime is worked at the request of the customer to expedite the job. Now this overtime is at the request of that particular customer only. So you will charge it to what? You will charge it to that customer, sir. Very simple. You will charge it to that customer. Simply these many hours at the rate of 100, these many hours at the rate of 175, and 25 hours at the rate of 225. The whole cost you will charge it to the customer, that is job Z. Right, so this is B part that we have done. Factory overheads 10,625, correct, 112, okay. The total was not required actually because the factory overheads to be taken separately. Correct. Right. So it is for that particular job Z, employee cost 1125 at the rate of 100 hours at the, you can simply take it direct also, sir. If they have taken it like this, I can take it for the first, how many hours are there? 1000 hours, 1125. So you can take it like this, 1000 hours at the rate of 100, 100 hours at the rate of 175, and 25 hours at the rate of 225, because everything is being charged to that customer only. Right? But what they have done is they have done the basic employee cost and overtime premium separately. But you can show it in one go because anyhow we are charging to just one customer only, right? Sania, where 225, where are you asking? Here at this part, it is given now, it is to be paid at 225% of the basic wage rate. So basic wage rate is 100, so 225% is 225 rupees, 225% of 100 is 225 rupees. Last में कहाँ पर सान्या? यहाँ पे कह रहे हो? C part. Exactly. Correct, Hari. The treatment of overtime will depend upon the reason for the overtime. Sanya, 225 is, forget about this. If you don't want to know now, forget about this. I am saying whatever is the cost, right? Whatever is the cost, it is chargeable to that particular customer only, right? What is the cost for the 1000 normal hours, you are going to pay him at 100 rupees, that is 1 lakh. For the next 100 hours, that is beyond the normal working hours, you are paying him how much? 175 rupees, right? That is 17,500. And for the Saturdays and Sundays, 25 hours, you are going to pay him what? 225 rupees, right? That is 5,625. So what will be the answer here? 1,23,125. You can do it this way, absolutely fine, no need to worry, right? What is the cost for these 100 hours? The cost is 175, 100 plus 75. The cost for these 25 hours, total 225, 100 normal, 125 overtime. Clear now? Sanya, please confirm if it is clear. That's the beauty of overtime, sir. There is no one single treatment for overtime. It totally depends upon the reason why the overtime is there, right? So please let me know if there are any doubts in the today's session, if you have any doubts, because that's all for today's session. 1 hour we have spent on illustration number 4 and 5, and that was the target for today. Rest, Halsey plan, Rowan plan, we will continue tomorrow. Yes, Suresh, each and every chapter will be covered. So standard costing is a part of costing, it will be covered. Definitely. I know. When we'll come to standard costing, now I know this number is going to increase because you people are really like fearful about standard costing. 1000 hour, normal hours na, this 1000 hours, where it is? This 1000 hour, normal hours, for which you are paying him only 100 rupees. Clear, Preeti? 1000 is what? It is the normal hours. Deducting 100 means from normal hours we are not deducting anything. See now, there are two alternatives of doing part C. Either the way institute has done, what institute has shown here is, they have taken 1125 hours, that is the total hours for which you are paying 100 rupees. Then they have shown the only overtime part. That is one way of doing it, right? That is one way of doing it. Another way is just charge total cost. This 100 hours, I have taken 100 rupees here na. In the second case, 1125 is what? In this 1125, what is the bifurcation? 1000 plus 100 plus 25. This is the bifurcation na, for which 100 hours is paid. I have taken it here. I have taken it here. I got it pretty at C part. That is what I am telling you. This 125 is what? 1000 plus 100 plus 25, for which you are paying 100 rupees. Here I have taken separately, I have taken 1000 rupees at 100 hours at the rate of 100 plus 75. I have taken it like this. I have taken it like this. 25 hours at the rate of 100 plus 125. I have taken it like this. That is why here 1000 plus 100 plus 25, institute has taken this part separately. So there are multiple ways of presenting the answer. You can present it in any way. If you want to, if you are comfortable with this presentation, it's totally fine. You can take it 1125 hours at which the basic are paid, then overtime 75 and 225 is paid only for 125 hours. This is also correct. Do it anyways, which is comfortable for you. Srishti, standard costing, overhead part, very simple. Very easy part. Don't worry, when we will come to standard costing now, you will find it very easy because there is a proper methodology how to solve it. I know especially the fixed overhead part you people must be facing the problem with. That is the most problematic area right? But we'll make it easy, don't worry, right? Any other doubts in the today's session? Yes, just the calculation is different, that's it. Presentation is different, rest the logic remains the same. Do it by whatever logic you wish to. Both ways it is absolutely correct. Yes, Suresh, we come daily live at 8 o'clock except for Sunday. Monday to Saturday, 8 o'clock, daily live, we are coming on YouTube, right? But these lectures after the live will not be available on YouTube. After the live, it will be over and the lectures will be available in our app through Costing All-Rounder course. ज़रूर ज़रूर चिराग, डेफिनेटली आएंगे, पूरा भारतवर्ष घूमेंगे, ठीक है ना? We'll meet all of you in the southern part also. And Rajasthan, I have been to Rajasthan many times. Jaipur I have been to. Then there is that holy place, Rajasthan, people must be knowing that. Bikaner I have been to. Salasar I have been to many times. Once in in a year I have been to Salasar many times. That is also in Rajasthan. But right now it's very hot out here. Bikaner I have been to. One of my friends is, he belongs to Bikaner, so I have been to Bikaner, a wonderful place. Okay, any doubts in the session, guys? ज़रूर 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 चिराग. Fine, Sudarshan. Yes, Hari, correct. If it is 9 or 48, then it will go in the overtime. If it is 9 and 48, then it will go in the extra. Right? Sure, Chirag. But one thing is that Rajasthan side, my students are less on there in Rajasthan side, right? That's what I feel. I get comparatively lesser orders from the Rajasthan side. Down south we have lots of students. West Bengal side, lots of students from the Bengal side. Sure. BP, these videos will not be there on YouTube. Come live if you want to attend it. Live is absolutely free for everyone. But the recordings or the backup is available in the all-rounder course. So you can invest it there. The all-rounder course currently is $29.50, but it can increase anytime. The prices can increase. So you can download the app KSJ Teaching, or from the website you can get it. Right? The backup of these videos will be available there. Only the live will be free for everyone. Right? So it is a win-win situation. Everything can't be put up free, there is a cost of the efforts that we put in, the time, efforts, everything. So please invest in your future. You people should have the habit of investing in your future. And this is really disappointing that the people are drifting away from the investment, and then we say that we are not getting the results, sir. You will not get the results. You learn swimming from YouTube and you go to an international competition and you will say that, sir, I will win the gold medal by learning the swimming from YouTube only. That is an impossible thing. That's knowledge and skill journey. Correct, Joydev, it is same. 9 hours and 48 hours or only 9 hours, the treatment is same. But although the treatment is same, but important is that you should know the logic, right? Yes, that's true. Live ka pata nahi chalta when 1 hour is over, done. So any other doubts in the session, or we can close this session right now? Sure, Chirag, sure. Pakka se. जब भी राजस्थान आऊँगा ना, आई विल पुट इट ऑन द कम्युनिटी, ठीक है ना, कि भाई राजस्थान आ रहे हैं, बताओ किस किस को मिलना है. Yes, we have students from all over India, and you know the best part is the down south we are getting lots of love, especially from Chennai part na, Tamil Nadu part. Brilliant. Those students are so much into this na. Suresh, 31st July तक हो जाएगा, 31st July. BP, I have already answered your query. These videos, all the videos will not be uploaded on YouTube. Please come live if you want to join it, right? Please come live 8 o'clock every day we are live, so you can come there. हाँ चिराग, अभी तो it's really hot here also, it's really hot. I mean दिमाग खराब हो रखा है इस टाइम पे. चलो, I think it's time to close the session, right? See you guys tomorrow 8 o'clock, and tomorrow we will be taking up this Halsey and Rowan plan. Okay. Another very important things, the small things are there, but that is quite easy now. Halsey and Rowan plan will take up tomorrow. Sure, Joydev. Bengal side, though, there is lots of students from West Bengal. I've sent quite a good number of books and courses. Okay, good night guys, see you tomorrow 8 o'clock, so be ready please. One request, do illustration number 4 and 5. Right, illustration number 4 and 5, please revise it once. Okay, thank you. I definitely love to come to the different places, and you know, I really wish like taking the live sessions in the different cities, revisionary sessions in the different cities, but the problem is the setup, right? Frankly speaking, do not have that much of a setup that I'll come to different places, then arrange for those you know, auditoriums and the classrooms and all those. So currently not on that particular line, but I really wish to. One day I'll definitely do that. Okay, so good night guys, take care, right, and have a good dream of illustration number 4 specifically, right, and see you guys tomorrow. In case you have any doubts in 4 and 5, please keep your doubts ready for tomorrow. We'll take up and then we'll move ahead. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, keep studying, keep sharing. Thank you so much.